Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm running a little late. You get one of those stupid phone calls that cause you to disrupt everything. Oh, and it looks like everybody left. Well, today's one of those strange days, anyhow. It's like a Murphy's Law day. Anything that can go wrong is gone wrong. But life goes on. And I wonder if anybody's going to come in again. Let me check here something. Hello, Cuz. And hello, Dawn. So you're waiting on your coffee, Dawn? That's understandable. Good morning, Joseph. Yeah, I'm a little stressed out, so um, it's gonna be like this until I find a new place to live. Hello, CB. Yeah, so I had to find a place by July 31st, and it's hard to look at places when you don't have transportation. Ugh. John says they got everything in the ground finally, and the rain came last night. It ends at 9:30. What ends at 9:30? When? Well, this is one of my high stress days, and there's USA all day. Good to see you. But I ended up having to pay for my StreamYard account today before I can go live. And then I get a call from my bank from fraud protection wanting to make sure that I okayed that amount of money. And there's a newsmatic. Good morning. Yeah, Joseph, it is, what it is, it's a retaliation thing from the landlord, but that doesn't matter. It just means I'm going to be doing better one way or another. You know how slumlords are. So if anybody would like to come up today, yes, CB, new adventures. Anybody would like to come up today and help me get my mind off my stress? Here is the link. That's great, CB. Now, I'm not pinning the link because, in fact, I ought to do something real quick. Um, I did not fix this yesterday. I mean, when I put it out. I didn't take off live actions. Okay, I fixed it. I now have it subscribers only. Okay, CB, touch your nose.
Mm.
I
Oh
knew it was
goodness.
you.
Yeah, you say touch your nose, and I'm like, pick my nose. Okay.
You're already making funny faces, and
then
it
you
was
then you know
blurry.
it's me.
I knew it was you, but I still wanted to make sure.
You just want to see if I do it.
No, that's how
Oh,
I'm
it's
going to do
funny.
with
I
everybody.
gotta
I'm
go
going to make them do something silly.
take care of some animals.
I didn't understand that. Well, I guess she disappeared on me. Hurry back with your coffee, Dawn. Well, I got two rabbits that are in the freeze dryer right now. I cooked them and deboned them. And I found out one deboned rabbit fits on a freeze dryer tray. And the broth from where I cooked it, because all I did is slow cook them both, just plain in the one pot. And so all the broth is being made into bouillon. But, freeze drying plain meat once it's cooked plain is great. So then you have it for recipes when you rehydrate it. Well, CB disappeared. And it's a good thing I didn't finish doing all my planting. It's going to make it easier. I've got tomatoes on my tomato plants. I got some good sized peppers on my pepper plants. My potato plants look good. So as long as I have a place to put them when I move, I'll be doing fine. And I think I have some beets growing too. Good morning, Sue at the Bud Files. Let me check something real quick here. Okay, she's back again, you guys. Look out. Here comes trouble. Then she disappears.
Oh, am I still here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I disappear. I'm feeding animals. I've got the phone all over the place.
Tell him to behave in the background.
Out with the bunnies.
Oh, I know, but I'm talking about I heard him in the back, and that's when I
I'm out with the
said,
bunnies and the quail.
uh-huh.
I got some new paint sticks for all the buns. I'll show you the buns. Let me see if I can turn the camera around.
Yeah.
Figure out how to turn it around. Well, I'll just do this. I'll turn it this way. Say hi, Verna. Say hi, baby. Hi. Here's another one. Another bun.
Those
More
almost look like
buns. More
mine.
buns. Say hi, bun. Hi, babies.
The
There's a
first
couple of
two
babies.
almost look like they came from
Say
me.
hi, babies. Hi, buns. Hi, Buns. I got stuff for you. Hi, Quail. Hello.
They're doing good. Cage is a little narrow by the look of it. Let me see that quail cage again.
I'm not
Good
hearing you.
morning, Erica. That is wonderful news, Dawn. That when you scratch them, you know what I did to them? I just threw a bunch in the um green stalk. It took them a while, but they grew.
Yeah. Why am I not? So weird. Now I'm back off again.
What's up, CB? CB.
I know. I'm having trouble. I can't hear a hard time hearing you now. I'm on my earbuds
Oh, okay.
because I'm
You were talking to
doing
somebody. We
animals.
didn't know what you were saying.
Ow. I can just barely hear you. Let me show you, babies. Oh, hi, sweetie. Yeah.
Uh,
Say hi, guys. Hello, baby.
you know what?
Hi. Oh, go this way. Oh, there you go. Hi.
No, if I do that now, it'd
Hi,
cause me
sweeties.
problems.
Hi, babies. They're getting big, aren't they?
How old are they now?
How old are these babies now? I'm not exactly sure. Probably about 5 weeks, right at 5 weeks. Look how many I got. A
Uh huh.
ton. A ton of babies.
Well, since we had 2 power outage issues while running an incubator, on for 12 and one for, okay, one for 12 and one for 26 hours. Did you wrap them up in a towel? Make sure they kept temperature, Erica?
Oh, Lily. Oh, boy. Rearing circus.
You got to remember you're on live stream.
My dogs.
Erica, uh, you're still running the incubator, aren't you? I hope so. Good morning, Matt. I seen your notification for tonight, and I'll be excited about that. Matt is Grafted Branch Homestead, for those that don't know. Now, see, if you go to Quail University, like this is telling you, if you go there, yeah, it costs a little bit of money, and but you the Excel point thing you get for it is worth it. But you also it teaches you about incubation. I don't know who you are, Skip Bit. I could hear you if you say something. I don't. Good morning, Echo.
I
Handsome
hear
kid
you
now.
again. I hear you
Yeah.
now.
Now, according to this, these people are supposed to be members for at least 5 weeks, I think it is. And these names I don't know. Hey, road killing gaming Jory. Oh, your twin. Okay, I missed that. My twin boy's birthday party is today, and I have to go and help my wife set up. Bye, everybody, and y'all have a great day. And happy birthday to the twins.
Congratulations, Erica. That's cool.
Morning, Echo. Had 15 out of 37 hatch right on time Thursday. Have you had any hatch Friday? I want to get rid of the unhatched eggs this morning and found one kicking. Apparently, I have late bloomers. Yeah, you don't unplug your incubator until day 20. And then you let it set for 24 hours. Then you throw the eggs away. But you check every few hours on those eggs that are in there for the late bloomers. And Steve told you perfectly. Whew. I am not doing good with stress today. I haven't been doing good with stress for all week. Oh boy. CV, you want to show some more what's going on in your neck of the woods?
Sure. I'm
Yeah, 'cause I
yelling
want
at
to go behind
dogs
the
at the
camera.
moment. I was just yelling at dogs. They're chasing chickens.
Uh,
Lily's trying to get dirty before I go to the farmer's market.
yeah, Matt, my stress is because I got to find a place to live by July 31st. And I've been taking my anti-anxiety medicines. And the problem is, it's a medicine they use to lower blood pressure. And I've already got low blood pressure, so
There's
Lucy, lay
herb
down,
garden.
baby.
Where's the herb
Okay, get
garden?
under there.
Chickens got to it first time out, but
What do you got?
fennel. Let's see, you got fennel. This is oregano. Um, dill, cilantro. All this over here is basil, um, thyme. So that's potatoes. You see where the chickens are getting them? chickens. I gotta move that out. Squash. If I can figure out how to turn my camera around. Hang on. Let me see if I can turn my camera around. Don't really know how to do it.
It's kind of
Okay.
hard to
Well,
do it on
yeah, my picture is just gonna be wonky. But sunflowers, Sadie, and more sunflowers. These are cucumbers. I'm getting a whole bunch of cucumbers right now.
Well, you know, if you run over cucumbers, you know where to bring them.
Strawberries and more strawberry and peppers and I had some volunteer squash that have for my garden. Like that's radish, and the squash just took over. That's corn over there against the fence, and this is garlic, eggplant, and peppers. But look how big my they're taller than me, my sunflowers, away
That's
from the
cool.
home. But here is peas. Looks like
Those are what? I think you got frozen.
I forget okra.
Okay.
I forget all of what I got all in here. Swiss chard. These are beans.
Yeah, you're really logging. You're really freezing up a lot.
Freezing up.
Yeah.
Oh, probably going too fast.
That's
Spinach.
spinach.
Spinach. Yeah. Turnip. More onion. Onion. That is a squash. Look at this squash thing. It's like what
Well, what kind of squash is it?
this it's producing squash. But the thing
Y-
is just
What kind of
it was a
squash?
volunteer and it's just taken over.
Do you know what kind of squash
And
it
that's
is?
what kind of squash it is? I don't know. They're yellow.
Okay.
They're yellow.
It looks
Um,
good. I mean, when you get a volunteer, they're usually hardier than anything you plant.
look at the thing. It's just taken over. It went from that bed all the way over to this one. It is just completely taken over.
Can you
It's
direct
even
the
starting to
vines
go over into
elsewhere?
this bed. Do what?
Yeah, it's a summer yellow. Steve said it looks like a summer yellow. The squash
It's
does
got
go
the big yellow
everywhere.
flowers.
Uh-huh.
And
You know, the
bumblebee in
flowers are
their way.
edible. The flowers are edible. Just pick the male flowers.
I can't give those to rabbits. I probably could give them to chickens. Can I give them to rabbits?
They're good for you.
I don't think they could have
You can
squash.
stuff you can stuff
But
them and
that's what's going
cook
on
them and
in my
stuff
neck
them.
of the woods.
Everybody agrees your garden looks amazing.
Oh, that's nice, guys. Thanks. I wasn't really fishing for compliments. I was just showing you what I got going on.
Steve wants to know how you vent sex of male flower. It's not the vent you look at; it's where it connects to the stem.
Chicken's got to the nasturtium again. Come on, Lulu. Come on, baby girl. She can't seem to keep her bow tied. It's hanging down her face. Hold on, you guys gotta see this. Look.
We can only see
You're a
somebody's
mess.
face in the clouds.
You are a mess. You're a mess, dog.
Yeah, didn't even see her.
She's a
Oh boy.
mess. Pretty little 4-pound dog, and she'll run straight through the mud puddle.
So anybody else? Yeah, you saw her
She,
earlier.
I was doing manure. I had a whole truckload of manure, and Lily's still puppy, so she tends to run too fast, and then she face plants and roll, and she did that right into the manure.
Erica says her power goes out quite regularly. Every time I plug in an incubator, we get a bad storm. And Steve says no, he didn't see the 4-pound one. Tell him about all 3 dogs. I mean, what kind each of the 3 are.
The puppy is a 4 month old or 5 months. 5 months old, 4 pound, little white ball of Spitfire. She's a Maltese. Then I got a Shih Tzu and a German Shepherd.
It's a Shih Tzu with a picture you got right now, right?
Yeah, that's the Shih Tzu. So like I
And
have
the
like
other one
small,
didn't look.
medium, and large.
I don't think the other one's a German Shepherd. How old is the biggest one?
The biggest one's German Shepherd. That's
How old?
Sadie.
How old?
5.
That
The
I
oldest
don't
one is
think
the
that's
middle
I
one.
don't think that's really a German Shepherd. I think that's another type of Shepherd.
Oh,
They
really?
look like German Shepherds, but they're not German Shepherds.
Uh,
I can't
she's
remember
a
the
good
name.
dog. She's really good.
I
She
keep
tries
wanting to
really
say an
hard to do the right thing.
Aussie or something like that. Oh, I know she's a good dog, and she loves to give kisses. And Steve's saying that the desert drought area should hire Erica because every time she plugs in a incubator, they get a bad storm. Oh, it looks like a shepherd, but it's not a true shepherd. Hey, Elliot, how are you this morning? It's a shepherd, but it's not a German shepherd. It's like an Australian shepherd or something like that. Oh, Elliot's doing good. Doing great. That's good. Let's see.
Got my glasses on you. Say hi, Say. Say hi, Sadie. Say hi. Say hi. There you go. You're a good girl.
I'm trying to see here.
You're a good dog. Yeah, you're a good
Not a king shepherd. I'm looking here.
dog. She says, I'm 100% good dog. That's what I am.
Okay, Belgian Malinois.
The yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what it looks like.
They got that
Let me share
dark
this
nose like they got.
because
Here's the
she's
other
pretty
2.
small for
Maniac.
a typical German shepherd. So let's see. There's that one. Kind of looks like that one. She could be even a Dutch shepherd. I know it's not a Bohemian.
Yeah, she does. Yeah. Like that.
Now there's one that's really the
Is that a German
American.
Shepherd there? Or
Yeah, it's an American Alsatian.
okay.
They're very gentle and calmer and quieter than the German Shepherd. They have a similar long, rough coat, which is why the nickname German Sheddies is sometimes used, thanks to their double
Yes.
hair coat, which sheds and leaves hair everywhere they
German
go.
Shedder. That is correct.
But it's really an American Alsatian. That's more like what it is.
Guess
I know it's not a Northern Nuit. Yeah.
yeah.
All I could come up was the I was getting stuck. I knew it started with an A. But they're calmer than a German Shepherd. A German Shepherd is more striking. Oh, Elliot just got up. Slept late today, huh? Of course, it's only 9:30 at your area, if I remember correctly. And we're doing good. We still got 9 people today. And we don't know how many people are going to watch us later. So I have a feeling that the troll that likes to come into my chat. Oh, it's 10:30. Okay, you got the same time as I do. I thought you were in Arkansas, which would be an hour behind me. And there's Nikki. Maybe you should find something ground floor or with a small area for your little garden. Could definitely be a true blessing. Yeah, it can be a true blessing, Nikki. It's just that I have a hard problem with change and the unknown. You could be right, Steve. AR could be a type, not a state. Oh.
Sorry, Verna.
So what are you doing
Had to
now?
chase dogs.
That's all right. Lucy was under my desk. I don't know where she went now.
Well, the neighbor
Oh, she's
was
in her
out walking.
cave. She's a sweetheart. She's in her cave right here, inside of her cave. Now she came out because she knew I was wondering where she
Hi, Miss
was.
Lucy.
Lucy, come say hi to everybody. You're watching that fly, huh? Come on up, up, Lucy. There you go.
Oh, hi,
You're my
baby.
pretty girl. Mommy, pretty girl. And we have CB at the top. She doesn't have her name on her. She didn't
Oh,
type in a name.
yeah, that's me. I'm CB through the homestead.
And she showed us her garden earlier.
Yeah, I'm getting into the raspberries and blueberries at the moment.
Got
I
any
had
rice?
netting over them while they were blooming. I'm taking the
Uh-huh.
netting off.
You want to
Now I
take
got
the netting off and let the birds
pear,
get to them?
and then I pretty much from there on out just compete with the birds.
I would keep the netting on them until it's time for me to pick them. And so we got Nikki in here, AR. We got my cuz, Dawn, Matt. And Steve says CB doesn't have squash bugs. Must be nice. They'll get here later this month. In USA all day. I keep thinking I have a name for you, USA, but I don't have you on my thing. Wasabi. Okay, we'll call him Wasabi. Or you can call him Jeremy. But I'll call you Wasabi. I love wasabi. I wish I could get some real wasabi. I wish I could get some seeds to wasabi. And Steve wants to know if you were Indian. Which part of your garden is that? CB? Oh, you're another Buckeye, just like me. Oh, and Echo's still here. I wasn't sure if you were here or if you left. And CB's got her mute on for some reason. So I can't see I can't tell what she's showing us. CB, you have to turn your volume on, dear. You have to unmute your phone. She tried to unmute us and ended up kicking herself out. Yeah, but it looked like there were some berries along those big leaves. Here she is again.
Hey, darling.
We
I'm
couldn't
back.
hear you. We couldn't hear you.
I'm going to let you go there because I'm going to go to farmer's market. So I'm looking at the sky.
Yeah,
So
it's as
I'll talk
cloudy
to you guys
as it is here.
later.
Have a blessed
Have
day.
fun.
Have fun. Dawn says she ordered seeds the other day of a new pepper to try. It's from Moldova and grows in all climates of Russia. It's called, well, I'm not even going to try. We'll just call it a Novo pepper. For hydroponics, short plant, large peppers. That looks good. But my radish, I mean, either, I think it's my beets, or I'm not sure if it was beets or radishes I planted. Those are starting to come up. Oh, I want you guys to see some cool pictures. Let me see if I can get to them or not, real quick. Wouldn't do. Oh, okay, CB, you'll be in chat. We are still trapping groundhogs. I see 3 more we need to get. Yeah, that mama had a litter, so you got a bunch of them. See, if we came for a visit, uh, once they saw Lucy, they wouldn't come around again. Because after Lucy chased the one that was hanging around here, it didn't come back again. And I mean, it was big. It had to be a good 25 pounds. Just about anything can be good eating if you know how to cook it. Some things you have, some meats you have to boil it before you can cook it. You're trapping pack rats here, Erica. I have the only pack rats I know about are people. Yeah, Don, that would be it. Good morning, Brandon. Glad you could join us. But my tomatoes, I got tomatoes about that big on my thing. I've got some peppers. I've got some cayenne peppers and some Hungarian. Oh, pack rats look like huge gerbils. I do not like gerbils. Morning, sundial fragrance. You can stream if you want. There you go, Brandon. Yeah, Dawn, my flowers have been blooming for about a month, but I found tomatoes yesterday from the size of my fingernail to about that big around. Brandon, I had to see your face first, dear. Touch your nose. Okay.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm on my brand new PC, so I'm logging in on my brand new PC.
That is great.
Yeah, I've been waiting so long for a PC.
What was you using before?
I was using my laptop.
Ah, and Steve's away from the keyboard. Well, of course, if he has a PC, he's probably using the PC's built-in mic.
Say what?
Steve wanted to know if you have a new mic.
Yes, I bought a new mic, so it should be working. I'm connecting it now.
Uh-huh. Cyan Dial says, here in Houston, we're already eating tomatoes from the garden. Yes, I know. I'm not in Texas. I'm in Southwest Ohio. And I probably won't be eating tomatoes until the beginning of next month.
I'm probably not gonna get the same hours as you. Oh well.
You're probably not going to what?
I'm probably not gonna get the same watch hour, same hours as you. Stream hours.
Well, I've been streaming for 46 minutes.
Oh.
See, and Erica's in Arkansas, so she's right with you, Sundial. So my neighbor had his neck surgery, and he's doing nice now, doing better now.
That's good.
So if you hear people talking in my background, it's because they're outside downstairs talking out.
All right, just an FYI, I'm finna switch. Did you hear me?
You said something about a switch.
Yeah, I'm finna switch to my PC now.
Alrighty,
So please be warned.
alrighty. Well, would you like to come up? You can come back up, Elliot. Congratulations, Matt. He picked his first tomato today.
Sweet.
There's your bot Rex showing up. And there's Jay. Hey, Jay. All right, Elliot. Go ahead and get your coffee. Anybody wants to come up that I know, if I know you, you can come up.
Make
And if
sure
you
they
have a stream, you're allowed to stream off of me.
make sure they DM you first.
Well, you seen how I did you.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be a little different. Now you're letting just anybody up.
Yeah.
Is today BC's special day?
Yes, it is. Who just asked?
Jay,
Hold up. I'm
he's
looking
on
at
your
my.
channel.
I'm looking at your chat. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm still trying to figure out how to. I'm still trying to.
And Matt, CB said congratulations on your tomato.
uh. No, 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 no. Today is not my birthday. No. Um. I have a. I'm using a PC. And where did tomato come from?
Because Grafted Branch harvested a tomato today.
Oh.
You know, Matt,
Yeah.
okay, Brandon, you got to let me see your face. If I can't see your face, then I can't put you up there. Well, I guess not. You got some tomatoes, you're going to try to let them turn red this year? I won't eat them unless they're red. And if Brandon is really on in the studio, he would, it says no camera or nothing, so I cannot let him do anything. Yeah, but Brandon, you don't have a camera or anything, so I can't put you up on the studio. Because it says no camera. Good morning, Latoya. Your frying pan is crying because it's not getting any green tomatoes. Yeah, Jeremy, I agree. Ha 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 ha. Oh, let you see what you can do? Okay. And Echoes just put a video up about behind the scenes Canva. CB says her tomatoes look bad. Look sad, rather. Yeah, mine looked sad yesterday, so I watered them. They're looking good today. No, to me, they go into the freeze dryer. Then later, then down the road, I can turn them into spaghetti sauce. Like I said, right now in the freeze dryer, I have, you can see the little square light. It's right over there. The only thing you can see is the light from it, from the display. But I got 2 trays of rabbit meat, deboned and cooked rabbit meat. A half tray with a little bit of the broth that was there. And then 1 tray of Tony Packo's pickles and peppers. And my daughter bought me, and they were sweet, and I don't like sweet, so I'm freeze drying them and sending them back to her. Well, you have fun with that. Don is asking BC how it's going. No way, Jeremy. Are you ready to come back up yet? Are you ready to come up yet? USA? Or Jeremy, rather? Or Elliot? We're waiting on Elliot to get his coffee. That's right. Tony Packo's pickles and peppers. Tony Packo's pickle and peppers. Tony Packo's pickles and peppers. And it's sweet. Yuck. I can handle bread and butter, but I love dill. That's the Is that a Veti you see? I don't know what you're looking at. Oh, at USA all day. Okay. Corvette. Okay. Elliot, did you get your coffee? Not letting me on. I will keep my stream up and type. Okay, now let me see your face, Brandon. Now that you got the thing that I know. Now it says you don't have a camera. Okay. Let me see your face. All right, Brandon. Well, you guys, I'll be back in a minute. I had to get me some coffee. I was hoping Elliot would get up here and talk so I can go get some coffee. I also made some rabbit jerky from the belly flaps. And I'm still waiting for my daughter to come pick up her liver. Okay, it's not let me. Okay, all day, go get some coffee. I'm back with mine. Only 12 weeks till Quail and homesteading convention. Oh, and that's supposed to be, I'm supposed to move the first of the month, and the end of the month is homesteading and QuailCon. Stress, 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 stress. Well, you guys, when I'm this stressed out, you know what I want to do. Nikki says two of her rabbits are going to new homes Tuesday. For breeding or for pets? All righty, Erica. Have a blessed day. Are your rabbits going to be breeders or pets? Nikki? They want them for breeders. Both are bucks. Wonderful. Bucky is shedding like crazy still. Been shedding for 2 weeks now. And you can just see that gray hair coming up from underneath his black fur. So his undercoat's all gray. Oh, how many baby quail chicks do you have? Okay, Elliot. $34, that is wonderful. How old are they now? And CB saying hi to Sundial and Elliot, AR Patriot. They're about 8 days old, so about a week, okay. And who gets CB's catching up with everybody. There's Teflon Don. And I'm sure Brandon thanks you, Don. You have a blessed day. Oh, they're all mixed colors? Feather Sexable mix or the other ones? Feeder Sexable. Oh, Feather Sexable and some growl fee. Okay. The growl fee you have to vet and sex them. Okay, Elliot. Touch your forehead with your cup. All righty.
It's me. You can tell Mickey Mouse shirt.
Oh, I can tell by your face, but I had to make
Yeah.
double sure because
Yeah.
the troll comes in using clips of the name that they're stealing.
You know, that's sad. These people do that on these live streams. It's crazy. Morning. How you doing, Verna?
Could be better, could be worse.
Yeah, same here. Got aches and pains and.
No, me, I have to move. So the problem of trying to find a place you can move to,
Mm-hmm.
and mostly when you don't drive,
Boy.
and there's no public transportation around here,
Right.
so it's all stressed out.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. I went through most of my life. I went through a divorce, my second divorce, I think in '87. But through most of my life, I would not live in apartments or anything. I did live in a few. I loved condos there for a little while when I was younger, but didn't stay long, like a year or so. But I basically lived with my brother and my mother after my divorce. And my mother was cool. She didn't get involved with me and my brother's life, or my brother and I. She left us alone, and so I had didn't have to worry about it. And after she passed and my aunt passed in the same house, I called my daughter up and I said, look for a house for sale. Maybe buy here, maybe self-financing, And she called me back and said, I found one. I went, really? Okay. And I came here and I bought it in 2005. I hated renting. I lived with my brother in a mobile home once, and after my first divorce, it was like a 10 by 50 a foot, I think, and I hate small rooms where you can't move around in. I kind of got a paranoia about it, small rooms, and makes me uncomfortable, small spaces.
Don, that I will check in on Monday. I've also got a whole list of landlords and everything. I'm going to be on the phone all day Monday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I know. Is rent real high where you're at, Verna?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
And I'm on Section 8, which means...
I've heard of it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, problems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I had a friend years ago, I think in the 90s. She got lucky. She was in a Section 8 on an apartment, and she had a daughter. She called around and found a house and went and looked at it and says, and it wasn't listed, for a Section 8 or any government assistance. And she said, hey, would you consider, I'm on, this Section 8? And the lady said, yeah. And she's been there ever since 1998, and still there. That same house.
I wish I could find a house.
Yeah, it's a lot better. I know she likes it.
Well, now that I can do what I want to do, instead of being very limited on what I can do.
Mm-hmm. Try answering. Call people that's got houses, even though they may not advertise Section 8. If they think you.
Oh, I know. If I could, but the trouble is, I can't find anything around here.
Nothing.
I can't drive around to see for rent signs or for sale signs or anything.
Right. Are you in a rural area or urban?
I'm in. It's a very small town.
Okay.
I live on the outside of downtown.
I'm in a small, outside of a small little city in a rural county, actually. Mostly a farmland bedroom community. Hardly no apartments in this county or nothing.
I'm between Dayton and Cincinnati.
Oh, okay. Cincinnati, Ohio. It used to be a show about Cincinnati, wasn't it? WKRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
That was one show. Yeah.
I've never been to Cincinnati.
I haven't either. But thank you for the invite, Verna.
I have no desire to go to Cincinnati. Cincinnati scares me.
Yeah, I'm not close to it, but I'm the big city near us. I'll give you a hint: Atlanta, Georgia.
I wouldn't want to go there either.
Now, a lot of crime. The last time I was there, my daughter took me, I think in 2003 to Grady hospital system, and we were standing outside, and there's a guy sitting there with a doggone wire, which could have injured somebody, kind of out of his mind, waving it around. And I looked at my daughter and I said, "Get back, get away from that guy." And I did not trust that guy. And we went into the hospital. There was blood all up and down the hallway. Ooh, it was a mess. And I said, I ain't never coming back here. And I didn't. But yeah, it's a rough city in certain parts. You don't dare go.
Nikki says Cincinnati has a great zoo. Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah, and Atlanta has used to have Grant Park. I don't know what they call it now. I went there. It was a good zoo. But yeah, is your theme this morning just morning coffee chit chat, or you talk about prepping, or
mostly morning coffee? I do homesteading, prepping, words of wisdom when I have them. I'm better at answering questions than I am telling people things for the simple fact. But I do have a story for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
For a few days in a row, there's been this guy on my morning walk with Lucy who is afraid of dogs. He carries a great big wooden stick.
Mm.
And he does, it's a walking stick, but he doesn't use it for walking. The way he holds it's like he's ready for a weapon,
Mm.
And he, Lucy's a talker and she'll bark at you and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm holding Lucy back from him, and I tell him I make second. I said she won't hurt you. She's a talker. And he
Mm-hmm.
goes, I don't know that. As he's walking by, because he's coming from the direction that I'm heading towards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then did that a couple times, and then the last time I'm holding Lucy, and she didn't hardly even bark at him this time. But her whole thing was like, she had her radar on him, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You see a guy bigger than you walking towards you with a great big old big stick, that looks threatening as it is. If you're a woman with a medium-sized dog,
Yeah.
Alrighty. And I said, see, Lucy, he wasn't going to hurt you as he walked by. I said, see, he ain't going to hurt you. Ain't nobody going to hurt you. And the guy says, I says, everything's okay. And the guy turns around and he says, you talking to me? And I says, no, I'm talking to my dog.
Mm.
You know? So yesterday morning,
Mm-hmm.
we go on our walk. This guy comes towards us. And common courtesy is you stick to the right of the path that you're on.
Mm-hmm.
This guy was on my right instead of his right, coming straight at us. Now, if the past two or more confrontations with the guy wasn't really friendly to begin with, and the guy's walking straight up on us, and I'm holding Lucy, and I'm trying to figure out why is he coming straight at me,
Mm.
And Lucy is getting bad, and my PTSD is kicking up like crazy, so I'm really triggered because this guy, in my mind, he's menacing.
Mm-hmm.
And coming straight at me like he wants a confrontation. I started screaming him to get the F away from me.
Right.
And everything. And I don't know everything I said at him, but I know I use a few swear words because when I'm triggered, I don't know what's coming out of my mouth until it comes out. Because when you're in PTSD, you're in a fight or flight mode,
Yeah.
And my dog is like I am. My mouth goes running, and and I remember telling her, I said, get the F away from me. I don't know why you're coming at me. Just get the F out of here. It's no damn wonder my dog don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he was going to try to be friendly or what, but his whole attitude was the wrong way. It was aggressive approaching.
Right.
No, you don't do that. You say something as you're coming to somebody to open them up to you coming towards their private space,
Yeah.
You don't come right at them like you belong when they don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't see him this morning because I was out on my walk hour and a half early.
Right.
So I don't know if he did it this time, but I've been doing the same walk, same time for 5 years. Then all of a sudden, this guy starts walking.
Mm-hmm. Does he seem like he's got any mental? Apparently, he has mental issues because he wouldn't be holding a
No, he
stick.
does. No, he's afraid of dogs.
Oh, okay.
And in Franklin, there's if you got dogs, you got to in some areas you got to worry about the coyotes too,
Mm-hmm.
because they will actually come into town.
Okay. Yeah, you have to be
But
careful with the people with afraid of dogs. They'll end up injuring the dog or killing
that's why I was holding Lucy back, because her barking, they might think she's aggressive, and might beat her.
them. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Usually everybody that's been to QuailCon knows that Lucy's a friendly dog. She's a talker, but that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I talk self-defense too sometimes. I discuss it. I'm pretty up to. I'm not certified or anything, but I don't mean firearm self-defense. Just general situational awareness stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's wouldn't hurt, for ladies to carry pepper spray, bear spray, something like that, because you
I
just
think
never.
bear spray is more important. I think bear spray would be better than pepper spray.
That's what I was thinking. I have no experience with it, but I bet if it's bad for the bear, it's got to be bad for a man.
Because it's got to go through that fur to get to to the eyes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But I used to talk to my daughter. She's a millennial. I think millennial. She was born in '97. My granddaughter.
Yeah, it's millennial.
And I, over the years, I'd tell her, Deanna, if you travel, you need to carry either a firearm or a knife. And she'd go, I'm not going to live in fear. I go, I'm not telling you to live in fear. I'm telling you to always be aware when you're walking. Somebody walking beside you. Look out of the corner of your eye. Be careful in parking lots. And guess what? A few years later, she shows me, maybe 5 years later, something like that. I'm with her one day and she pulls her pocket knife out and smiles at me. I said, good for you, because without anything, you're totally helpless, And, it doesn't mean you can get away with it, but, it could save your life.
I've got knives.
Mm-hmm. And, they can save your life, because a lot of people have a fear of them worse than as bad as firearms, believe it or not.
When I was a kid,
mm-hmm.
I went to school 6 hours a day and worked 8 hours a day.
Wow.
And I never did my homework. I only did the homework I felt like doing, you know what I'm saying? But I had good grades. I carried at least a C average.
Right.
And not doing any homework, that's a pretty good grade.
Yeah.
But anyhow, I would have to walk about a half a mile from the bus stop home in an area where there's already been a body found that was where the woman was raped and killed.
Mm-hmm.
So I carried a duckbill knife
Mm-hmm.
and a penknife, one in each pocket of my coat.
Right.
And I hear this little soft tap, 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 tap one night behind me. And you have a blessed day too, Sundial.
Nice. Have a good day, Sundial. Nice to meet you in the side chat.
Anyhow, I started to spin around, and I'm already pulling the knives out, and the street light catches the glint of the blades, and the guy stopped dead in his tracks.
Mm-hmm.
He was just a guy doing late night jogging.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to do where there was no traffic or anything, so he wouldn't be bothered. And he says, he goes, I was doing this for my health. I mean, when we looked at each other, we both busted out laughing. He goes, I was doing this for my health, and I just realized I could have been killed.
Yep.
Oh,
I,
doctor,
I, I never, I never live in fear, but I'm always cautious. You know, even walking to a parking lot, if I see somebody behind me, I'll usually turn around and look at them for a second
well,
and let
see,
them know I know they're there.
I have PTSD,
Right.
and I can usually sense when somebody's walking behind me before they get far enough to trigger me, close enough to trigger me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll turn, and I have to have something solid behind me. You know,
Right.
if I'm in a place where there's a lot, but if there's just one person, I turn where I'm facing them so I can watch them.
Mm-hmm.
Don says, wasp spray is the worst. My son told me about it. Once I had a man threatening me. Cops wouldn't come out. Third call, I said I had wasp spray, and they were out in 15 minutes.
I have hornet spray. Boy, that stuff will go like 20 feet.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what it would do to the eyes, but probably irritate the crap out of them. Definitely.
It could also make him sick because you don't know what chemicals is in it to kill the wasp. You don't
Mm-hmm.
know what it's going to do because that's pretty close to the brain.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would. I don't think I would carry that.
Well, the high school
Yeah.
I went to my senior year wasn't that good of a high school. You know, it was
Mm-hmm.
okay, but there was some bad things going on and stuff like that. But anyhow, I had this one kid who was like over 6 feet tall,
Mm-hmm.
uh, mixed race, and he loved to put his feet against my chair and stuff like that. And I told him one day, I said, cut it out. He's like, what are you going to do about it? Have a blessed day, Matt.
Is that his name? Grafted Branch.
Grafted Branches, Matt.
Nice to meet you,
He's
Matt.
on. He's on tonight about 10:30 my time
Okay.
or 11 o'clock my
Mhm.
time. So in about 11, 12 hours he'll be on.
Mm-hmm.
But anyhow, I I did my penknife and brought it out just enough for him to see the blade. I says, keep it up. He didn't keep it up any longer.
Mm-hmm. I have a couple of got them. One of them, I think, free. Tactical pin. Actually has a little blade on it, a glass breaker on one end. So I got two of them, and I don't carry them much anymore. But I used to put them when I'd go swimming at the outdoor swimming pool. I'd put them in my gym bag.
Uh-huh.
At least one of them, occasionally. But
Yeah. Matt says 9 p.m. tonight, 11 your time. I'll be coming from work.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm on Eastern time here where I'm at.
Yes, so am I.
You are too. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Eastern Standard Time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I mentioned, I do a lot of prepping. I go to Sam's, I buy number 10 can stuff. I know how to do beans in mason jars, all kinds of stuff. I don't talk about it an awful lot, not even on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed one thing that prepping channels seem to do really good versus what I do. What I do is a very niche community. It's actually kind of small in the reloading. I don't always talk about reloading. There's some nights I just do a stream and we just talk about what kind of gun did you buy? What have you been doing? Or certain things. We don't do anything or discuss reloading.
Yeah, what my prepping, I don't agree a lot with most of the prepping channels.
Mm-hmm.
I am not going to go out and buy a bunch of like number 10 cans and stuff like that. The
Mm-hmm.
way I prep is I cook food and I put it through my freeze dryer.
Cool.
Those cans are only
Mhm.
going to last a few years. Freeze dried
Yeah.
food lasts up to 25 years, can last
Mm-hmm.
20 years or more if done properly,
Mm-hmm.
so,
What
and it's
kind of
going to be,
what kind of freeze dryer do you use or
I
do
have
you?
a medium-sized harvest right.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Mine only has 4 shells, but now they have 5 shells.
Aren't they very expensive? Those things.
Yeah, it cost me a little over
Oh.
$3,000 once you figure on the tax and everything.
Mm-hmm. I have a friend, Verna, that has he sent me a thing last year, a whole big bag of freeze dried foods. He paid over $3,000 for his, and it's very light. I can carry it hiking, camping. And he said, "Have you
The
opened
food,
any of it
yeah,
yet?" And I said, "No, I'm saving it for camping and hiking and emergencies." And he does
right.
everything. Eggs. That's a good way you're doing it.
I've got powdered quail eggs.
Mm-hmm.
I have I gave a whole regular sized tote of freeze dried food to my daughter
Mm-hmm.
as she's been trying it out.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's good because when I make chili. See, another thing I do is I live by myself. I don't know how to cook for one person,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't want to eat the same food for a week.
Right.
So I eat maybe 1 or 2 days of it, and then I freeze dry the rest of it.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That's a good system.
it's saving on
Mm-hmm.
wasted food. If I
Mm-hmm.
get a bag of carrots,
Mm-hmm.
I'll slice them up and put them through the freeze dryer.
Wow. I wish I could get one of those, but that's a little too steep for me. But I wouldn't mind having one. The food is so light too in those little bags. They
You
don't
know
weigh
why?
nothing.
That's because all the water's been taken out. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of your weight is from water.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
when you
Mm-hmm.
remove the water, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's really light. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I got 2.5 totes. And like CB, I did some freeze drying for her. She's got to come pick it up yet.
Mm-hmm.
And, thank you, Dawn. I'll look at it later.
Yeah, you're totally prepared on the food side.
Yeah.
And mm-hmm. I want to do gray water out here behind my house and get it set up to water plants and have emergency water. I do have, I think, 10 or 15, I can't remember. I have 18-liter lab grade, uh, lab grade containers were basically pharmaceutical containers with
Uh-huh.
O-rings. And I use like one of them, I'll take camping, I'll fill it full of water or 2 of them, and I can put it on the tailgate of the truck and I can turn the spigot on and, wash my hair, uh, make meals, etc. But I got them stored in a room. Well, there's nothing in them right now. But if I need water really quick or something, I think something's going to go down, I can fill those up. And they're very expensive, like $270 for those things. But I got them for $20 a piece and $10 a piece.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm. And being lab grade, man, they're designed with O-rings, big, really high quality. And,
Yeah, I know a lot of people put their freeze dried food in those. I just put mine in regular totes.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that
Yeah.
freeze dried food. That's a good way to go.
And the thing is since I will not do raw meat because I tried doing raw quail and I was very
Mm-hmm.
unhappy with it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things that can go wrong with raw meat.
Mm-hmm.
Like it don't rehydrate right and stuff like that.
Right.
I'd rather have it cooked. That way, even if you don't have the spare water to rehydrate it, At least you can still get the nutrition by eating it.
Mm-hmm. I want to get me a pressure canner, and you probably know more about them than I do, but I know you can cook meat in a mason jar right there, like in 90 minutes inside the jar, and years later you can pull the meat out and it tastes as fresh as the day you did it in a mason jar.
Yeah, but you have to be careful even with canned foods. When you can them yourself, they're
Mhm.
still only good for what, about 5 years?
Well,
If that. You have to worry about how you store them.
yeah,
There's a
actually,
lot of
Mhm.
things that can go into a problem with that.
my grandmother used to store. Some of them can fail, but I'll give you an example. My beans I stored here years ago in mason jars, they have not broken the seal in 7 years. They're
That's
still
good.
sealed tight.
Are they in the dark?
Yeah, they're in a dark closet. Yeah,
Okay.
and not
Then
it
those are
can.
probably still good.
Yeah, no, even though people buy number 10 cans, it'll say expires a year or two. Number 10 cans have been known to go 25 and 40 years.
Yeah.
And you'll know when it go bad because the lid will swell up, the top will swell.
Well, I thought
Too.
that too, but I had some canned pumpkin go bad.
Did you?
The regular store-bought canned pumpkin. I didn't know
Wow.
it was bad until I heard a psst noise. And I went and looked. I had a can that was spitting out pumpkin.
Wow.
It never bulged or anything.
Yeah, what happened when you opened it? Did you hear pressure? It did
No,
press.
I didn't open it. It opened itself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, you definitely know it's bad then. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, mason jars. My grandmother did it, and my family, when I was young, they would eat mason jar food 8 years later.
Yeah.
10 years. I mean, yeah. I mean, I remember as a kid, I would see mason jars. My grandmother had a 40-acre farm, and before my grandfather died, and she lost it after that. Had to remarried and moved off the farm. And but yeah, I want a pressure canner. I want it bad. I'm gonna buy a chicken on sale.
Get an all-American pressure canner.
Yeah, I'm familiar with
gas
them.
stove.
You know, them things are.
Gas?
Them things are $400 something right now, Verna. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? Amazon a few years ago, they were $289. One day, Amazon, I don't know if they did it accidentally, they had put a price on it, $189. And I closed it out like an idiot. I should have bought it right then. Went back about 10 minutes later, and it jumped back up to $300. I went, God, I missed out on that sale. Or whatever it was, they accidentally did.
It's just like the half-gallon canning jars. I found them on sale really cheap. I bought a case of them. Amazon got rid of the buyer, dropped the buyer's account because they were selling it too cheap.
Wow.
I got mine, but right after that, they got.
Yeah, I did. I need to.
He has a Pesto 23 quart. You can put double layer jars in it. Yeah.
Yeah. I've almost bought a Presto, and they're very affordable. The only thing I dislike about it is a rubber gasket, but they're okay. Especially if you buy an extra gasket.
Rubber gaskets. You can replace those rubber gaskets.
Yeah.
Nikki says she cans deer meat every year. Well, Nikki, you need to bring me a can of that deer meat to QuailCon.
I love deer meat, especially on the grill or a smoker.
I haven't had deer meat in 40 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's very healthy, lean meat. Very healthy. Ted Nugent says him and his wife, Shemaine, they, pardon me for a minute, I unplugged my audio. There we go. My cord went bad, and I ordered one from Amazon. It come yesterday, and the dang tips here were bad on it. It's defective, I guess, probably from China. So I had to send them back, and they're sending me one today, another 10-foot one. And yeah, him and Shemaine have been eating deer meat they said 20, 30 years, however long they've been married now. And he sits outside and cooks on a fire pit on hardwood.
Uh-huh.
And I'd love to have I want to get me a fire pit at Home Depot that has the swing-in grate.
Uh-huh.
And that way, if something goes wrong, I can just, get some meat and put it on that thing and roll it in and then cook some meat outdoors. I wouldn't mind having a sun oven. I've wanted one of those for years, but
you can make your own sun oven.
yeah, I've seen some on YouTube. I hadn't followed it closely, but yeah, I've seen them. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think they're fairly high too if you buy one, if I remember.
Guess what this is?
I don't know. It looks like meat, but
Rabbit jerky.
oh, okay, it is meat. Okay, cool.
Made out of belly flaps.
Yeah, we got a lot of rabbits here, boy. My dog goes crazy at night over the years. I used to have a chocolate lab that had a lot of hunter instinct in him, and boy, at night I'd hear limbs break out by it, and he'd go crazy, boy, looking into those woods barking. And I seen a deer the other day in my backyard, and but I love deer meat, really do. It's healthy. I'll grill it. I used to barbecue it and eat it for breakfast with eggs.
Oh yeah. Well, out of my next process, well, let's say if I can keep my rabbits. I hope I don't have to get rid of everything. But I plan to, hello, Desiree. Anime gamer is Desiree.
Oh, okay.
My plan is my next batch of rabbits, I'm going to be making sausage out of.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a food dehydrator? Apparently you
Yes,
do.
That's how I made the belly flap jerky.
Mm-hmm. You probably remember this, Faye. I have Verna. I have my roommate left me a Galloping Gourmet glass food dehydrator here. Looks like from the maybe 70s, 80s. I'm not sure what decade. And it works. It's nice. Real heavy. Metal.
Are you sure it's a food dehydrator or is it a convection oven?
It's a food dehydrator.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Galloping Gourmet had a convection oven. You can dehydrate in, bake in it, everything.
Mm-hmm. And
okay, cuz have fun. Be careful. That's Steve.
Nice to meet you, Steve.
You've got to go string some electrical wires.
That's something I got to do to my house. I want to run, put in ceiling LED lights, recessed. Not recessed, but, flush with the ceiling.
Yeah, it's recessed lights.
Mm-hmm. Used to be canned. Now they make them where they got a little spring on it. You just cut the hole, stick them in there, pop. And surprisingly affordable, too. I can get, I think, 12 of them for $150. And I'm going to eventually convert my kitchen don't have enough lighting in there. It's too light, doesn't put out enough light.
You need to come to QuailCon, Elliot.
Where is it at?
It's at my Shire Farm in Miamisburg, Ohio.
Oh, okay. I get my car. I've got my car in the shop now. I mentioned earlier about somebody's Corvette, and I seen the tail light in their thumbnail. And my motor's down here at a shop right now on my 89. They're about to put a motor in my 89 Corvette. Got 14,000 original miles on it. Actually, I had a long block done at the shop too. And they went through it and they says, this motor's like brand new. I said, well, put me some springs in it and some brand new USA roller lifters. And they did. And I'm hoping it'll be ready in about 30 to 40 days, I'm hoping. And I'm going to start traveling and go visit some people. And especially in my community, I already know what states they live in. And, and what's surprisingly about one of those C4 Corvettes is they're very good on gas mileage, even though they're a lot of power. You put it on cruise control, you can get 25 to 28 miles per gallon in a V8 engine like that. It's amazing. And one reason you can, it's aerodynamically designed on the racetrack. Back in '84, it was the first actually sports car ever designed for the racetrack or on the track at the time. And but I'll digress on the car. But I can't wait to get it. It's got original air. It still works. Automatic. And I'm on part. I got a Toyota out here, 4-wheel drive, and it doesn't have air, and it about kills me in the summer driving that thing. Straight shift. I got some injuries from a motorcycle wreck, and it's getting where a straight shift's too hard on me to handle. But yeah, I like your streams. I used to go on a few years back. I got to going into other communities, and I landed on Great Farmer Freelance. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Nope.
You never heard of him?
Nope.
He did a stream from out of Canada, and I think it was 9 a.m. or 10. I can't remember. And I'd get on here and stay here and drink my coffee and tune it in. And that's what I'm kind of doing now most of the time. I'll get up and I'll go up to, whoever's live, and I seen you're live, and I jump on there, especially on coffees, and sit there and drink my coffee. I usually don't come on. You're the only one I've ever come on a morning live stream. I said that last time. I've never did it. I'll usually make an excuse. I'm busy, or we'll do it sometime or another,
Well, with me, it's informal.
Mm-hmm.
When people have a problem, see, I like to be a problem solver.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I like to do. They come with their chickens, rabbits, or cuy.
Mm-hmm.
Gardening.
Oh yeah, I love gardening.
Hello, Brooke. You have a blessed day as well, too.
Nice to meet you, Brooke. Take care. Have a great day.
Well, we got 15 minutes, then I'll have to leave.
Somebody else just woke up. Animation gamer.
Yeah, that's what she said. That's Desiree.
Desiree. I know in my community, I say this in Belt Loop streams. I mention it in a few others. We never called each other by first name. So when I first went into homesteading communities, everybody would call each other first names, and it would get me confused. Because we don't typically, we do it a little bit, but very little. And you didn't do it at all a few years ago.
Well, most of the people that come to my stream, I know them.
Okay, yeah.
Through other communities. It's just like how I got to know you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You have a blessed day, USA. Jeremy?
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen Homestead in the Wood D. I haven't seen D lately. I don't know if you know her.
Yeah, she has it. She just says Homestead in the Wood now. She doesn't say her name D on it anymore for some reason.
Oh, okay.
I know there's a big fallout from a few channels were fighting for some reason or another. I don't want to get into it. I don't know what it's about, and I don't really care because it's not my business,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to jump in side chat on hers. Ryan. Ryan did not bot for me. A guy out of UK. I think it's UK is where he's from. I don't quite remember, but he did. He set up Nightbot for me a few years ago, or a year ago.
Oh, Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan is in Ireland.
Okay, Ireland. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he does.
in Ireland.
Mm-hmm. He's not. He comes over and comments on my videos occasionally. And
he's the one that gave me the StreamYard info to help me.
Yeah, he helps a lot of people.
I can have up to 10 people on panel at one time.
Mm-hmm.
I just paid my renewal fee today.
I know I need a new PC. Mine's over a decade, and it's just it's old. But man, they're so expensive, especially if you build one now. Even build one, they're expensive. And but I can't even do what they call a virtual background. If I do, my PC is so weak, my graphics card won't run it.
I don't do the background thing.
Hmm. Yeah, mine's just real. Actually, that what you see back there is a patio shade I
Uh-huh.
put there. I'm actually in the laundry room, which I can't stand. It's like 11 by 10, something like that.
Uh-huh.
Way too small, but when you do what I do, you can do them, and you can do them in a closet if a closet's big enough. And my bench, it's about 8 foot though. It's fairly large, 30 by 8 feet length.
Yeah, you
And,
about see 90%, at least 50% of my apartment here.
wow. Hmm.
Mostly when I get up and move and the camera adjusts the lighting and everything.
Hmm. Yeah, I got a little Logitech on my monitor here. I quit using it. What I'm using now is a Sony, and it gets me
Nikki
sometimes on
said,
focus.
Nikki's back. She says, going to be AFK, but still listening. Got to go get some chores done early today. Got a customer coming this afternoon. And there's my buddy, Yusuf. You've been gone for a while, Yusuf. I haven't even seen you on Facebook. I hope everything's going okay.
You sell freezer?
Just- yeah.
Okay.
Well, everybody knew him as Freezer, so he kept the Freezer part and put his real name,
Oh, okay.
his first name up.
Hello, Yusuf.
He he was very young, like about 11,
Pardon me a
12
minute.
years old.
I have got some kind of electrical connection that keeps buzzing in the morning. It's only done it twice when I was on with you, which is weird. Sounds like the wires are starting to cook.
Uh-huh.
I was trying to find out what was called, where it's coming from.
Now, this young gentleman
Mm-hmm.
started raising quail
Wow.
when he was a preteen
Mm-hmm.
with nothing. No one helped him. He did it all on his own,
Cool.
and he got pretty good. And after he had been doing it for a couple years, he came to QuailCon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm proud to say Yusuf is become a very nice young man.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even know they had a quail con. I never heard of it.
It's quail convention. It
Mm-hmm.
started about the time of COVID.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I did a little quail hunting when I was young on my own property we lived on, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah, but that's mostly Bob Whites or Tennessee Reds, or
Mm-hmm.
whereas what we raise is Caturnix quail.
Hmm. Yeah, see, I didn't even
Here,
know there were different types.
yeah, hold on a second. Let me see if I can. Well, we can still talk. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
see if I can find something real quick here. Let's see. This sound has me worried. I don't know if it's coming from my audio PC equipment or my breaker box. Uh huh. That can be. Lucy, you got a few minutes yet. Let me see if I can find a little video with Quail.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Boy, it's starting to get hot here where I'm at.
Okay. Well, it's 78 my apartment. At the window, it's 76.
Mm-hmm.
Here, let me share this with you here.
Okay. Oh, wow. Cool. Mm-hmm.
That's Caternix quail. They're bigger than Bob Whites,
Mm-hmm.
and that was a rooster.
Hmm. Yeah.
That shows you some of the quail that I used to have.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah. I didn't even know, like I say, I didn't even know there were different types of quail. I just thought quail was quail. And
Yeah, there's
mhm.
Bob Whites. There's button quail now, but those things are really small and stuff.
Mhm.
This is his Elliot AR Patriot 1776.
Nice to meet you, Yusef. I'm just here. I'm not a co-host. Just a visitor on the Vase Live. That's like saying chicken is chicken. Yeah, true. But to me,
Well, quail's a new chicken.
mm-hmm. There's different breeds of chicken, but when you eat chicken, you just think of one chicken. Yeah.
Now
I
let
thought
me
about
see
getting
if I can
chickens
find
here.
something else.
I do have a friend got a horse farm. He's got fresh eggs all the time. He's got chickens now. He don't live far from me. He lives probably 10 minutes from me. I used to live there back 1986 for like a year. Mm. Yeah, it's common to have different types of animals. So I realized that. Just never thought about quail really, except they're good to hunt and they're
Uh-huh.
good food.
Here is a little 3-minute clip of the animal room when I used to have more than one variety of animal. I don't remember what's all in this one.
Yusef, I could never use AR 1776. That channel name was taken. AR is actually my initials, but it can stand for American Revolution. It can also stand for Armalite Rifle.
Oh, this is fun. Wait a minute. Wait. Let me stop this. Yeah, that one is too loud. I was explaining about the cage. I had turned one quail cage into a cooey cage. And I took the quail cage, turned it upside down, and then I put some other wire to reinforce the bottom because the holes were too big
Mm-hmm.
so that the cooey would be able to get around in it.
I mentioned last time I was on your show, my father he grew up in the Great Depression. He used to talk about pigeon gravy and pigeons. A lot of people don't think you eat pigeons, but people did back in the Great Depression.
They were eating 50 years ago.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I've never had one, but I've heard of it from my father when I was a kid.
Yeah, Dawn says she's been thinking about getting pigeons, but most likely we'll get back into quail after surgery because they keep burning more egg factories or blowing them up.
Who is burning them?
The processing plants
Oh.
or the birds and that.
Hmm.
Brooke, I had to get rid of the quail because I became allergic to their dander. Now, if I get a place where I can have them outside, I'll get them again.
Hmm.
And there's
We
the
ain't.
Adventure Lounge. You have a blessed day, Adventure Lounge. Lounge. Tongue tied. They just took out one of the largest egg factories in the U.S. this past week in Illinois because the eggs stopped spiking proteins and keeping us well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to do what they call a boiled egg diet years ago, and high protein. Actually, I lost, I think, 37 pounds, and mostly I'd quit smoking and put on some weight years back.
But you know what? I'm still raising rabbits, Brooke.
We got a lot of rabbit here. Boy, I see them every night. Pretty big ones too.
That is wonderful, Yusuf.
We ain't careful, we're not going to have enough of ranchers' farms and nothing left in America. It's not getting good.
No, they're trying to get rid of everything natural.
Mm-hmm.
A couple Saturdays ago, I was angry because Franklin concreted all the grass areas downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't realize that just adds to global warming. I mean, it raises the temperature of downtown itself.
Hmm. Let's see. Yeah, that is cool, allowing animals at apartments. My daughter used to rent 11 or 12 acre place out in a rural county here, not quite a ways from here, and had a good deal. And then also, I think prices, she left there and found out that rental was like $1,800 for a modular home here on a piece of private property. I said, "Yep, rent has went up sky high here in Georgia, definitely." Now she lives in an apartment.
If I was on a farm in a trailer for $800 a month, I would take that real quick.
She was paying, believe it or not, $750 a month. And her landlords, who they were? They were they were Hank Williams Jr., the country musician's in-laws. Yeah, and their son was in the Kings of Leon, and he married Holly Williams, which is Hank Williams Jr.'s daughter. And
it's 12 o'clock, and it's time for us to call it a day.
Thank you for having me on, Verna.
And that train is driving me up the wall. You have a blessed day, and thank you for coming up, Elliot.
You too. You all take care inside chat. Great seeing you all, meeting you all, and thank you for the invite, Verna. Take care.
Everybody have a blessed day, and I'll see you tomorrow night on My Shire Farm. Or is this the week they go to that convention? I don't remember. And if not, I'll see you on Katrina's on Monday night at Sow and Tear. Have a blessed day.